When I was substantially younger, I worked for Safeway, the supermarket chain. It had an advert that had a jingle that went, Safeway. Everything you want from a store and a little bit more. Most people would know that jingle if you're of a certain age. When those adverts ran in the UK, there was something more to that tune than just the tagline. Now, the US used that tagline as well in their adverts. Here's how they used it in an American advert. Note how the tune that's playing as the advert is going on is unrelated to the tagline that then shows up at the end.
This fine ham with a shank portion, which has the center slices removed. Say Happy Easter to your entire family with a beautiful ham from Safeway.
Now here's the UK version from the same time period. You'll hear there's a tune in the background that then kind of merges into the tagline.
Meats from all over the world. That little bit more at Safeway is a better choice of good food. Safeway shopping is quality at low prices. Safeway! Everything you want from a store and a little bit more.
So that is part of the bigger song, and there's multiple versions of that song. There's like short versions, longer version, and there's also a full-length version which I used to have on cassette many years ago, and for reasons I lost it. I have no idea where it is. I probably do still have it somewhere, but I can't find it. What I do remember is the song was something like, we work a little harder, something day, something customer, something way, Safeway. So, you know, like, there was something there. There's something interesting to me, at least, when a corporation writes a song or has somebody write a song for them. In some cultures, like in Japan, for instance, this is kind of a common thing because, you know, the employees will actually do their morning exercises and their other routines to that music, and it's kind of there to help them get into the culture of the company they work at. In Western cultures, however, it just comes across as cringy hubris. Working in IT for as many years as I have, I feel like I've seen more of these IT anthems, as we used to know them, than probably you would see in other industries. The absolute granddaddy of these has got to be IBM's march, Ever Onward.
There's a thrill in store for all, for we're about to toast the corporation that's to every land. We're here to cheer each pioneer and also proudly boast of that man of men, our friend and guiding hand. The name of T.J. Watson means the courage none can stem, and we feel honored to be here to toast the first chorus. Ever onward, that's the spirit that has brought us fame.
Being IBM, they're not just going to leave it at one song. Like, there's another one that sounds, I don't know, like it was written for a funeral. And then, of course, because it's IBM, they didn't just leave it there, so there's another one that sounds like everybody has had a couple of pints at the wake after the funeral and decided to have a sing-along.
We're the IBM go-getters all the livelong day. We are all 100 pointers and we'll strive to be your way. We have learned from Mr. Watson, loyal we'll serve him all the time, and we'll always help each other sell our whole big line.
So as I mentioned just now, I get that these tunes are used in other cultures, but you know, we don't do it here normally in the Western world, and so you know, it's a bit odd going back to the Safeway tune that they had it and then used it in an advert, but other people in the Western world, they create these tunes that don't go into adverts. So it's kind of like, well, why did you create this? Is it just for the sheer madness of it? Many of these have the same sort of genre or feel. It's somewhere after Coke's I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing. quite as late as the Kellogg's Sunshine song from like 1978.
When the sunshine pours from Kellogg's cornflakes, get a sunshine crunch.
A perfect example of this would be Ernst Young's song that sounds like, I don't know, it's written in the 70s.
Ernst Young. Ernst Young. From start to finish, we're gonna be number one.
One of the worst of these songs has to be Honeywell's song, what was it, Our Quest is Quality. It is memorable for two reasons. One, it sounds like they roped Kermit the Frog to sing it, and two, the woman that is singing along with Kermit sounds like she's being held at gunpoint.
Working toward tomorrow,
the future is ours to hold.
a history we're proud of.
Inventions new and bold,
With excellence or hallmark,
integrity in our name.
At Honeywell, we're family, throughout the world the same.
Showing pride and confidence with customers every day.
It's absolutely abysmal. And the funny thing is, later Kermit comes back again.
Finding ways to grow within a world that's changing fast.
let's all make tomorrow better than today.
At Honeywell, we'll do the job we'll find.
And one of the other ones that came along was Apple, who basically ripped off Irene Cara's What a Feeling from, what was it, Flashdance or Fame?
The dream touched the world in a flash. How it changed all our lives. We are Apple, leading the way. We are Apple, and we're making life better today. What a feeling! And we've
Silicon Graphics did one called I Have a Dream, and in an age where all computers basically had one CPU, their song lamented, well, what happens if you had two? And a crossbar switch.
I have a dream, and it's two CPUs. What this will mean is no more desktop blues. Modeling and rendering, designing, analyzing, just pick any two. I have one dream, and it's two CPUs. I have a dream, and it's called a crossbar switch. What this will mean is no big data glitch. Peer-to-peer, have no fear, get data in and out of here, just with the flip of a switch. I have a dream, and it's called a crossbar switch.
Later, this sort of style got pulled into the 80s. PricewaterhouseCoopers Downright Global is probably one of the better examples of this. And although it sounds like it's written in the 80s, I think this one is actually a 90s song.
Being number one is just sensational. It helps our cause and international. We're fast and smart and super mobile. My friend, it's true. We're downright global.
We work with companies that want to grow, to find new markets and increase cash flow.
You'd think that all of these IT anthems are a blast from the past and that nobody does them any longer. And that may well be true in North America at least, but in other places... It seems that whilst the USA at least has stopped making these, India has gone all in with both feet and hands. So there you go. Corporate anthems aren't gone, they just went offshore. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. I'll speak to you soon.